Swag. What's up, man?
Fuck yeah. Firstly, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to call you. Do I call you Kid? Do I call you Mr. Katze?
Mr. Katz is crazy.
Your Zoom name? Is that public information?
You know, people have found it. People have found a lot about me actually, but I keep it a little bit secret, so you can call me Katza.
Katze? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
try.
You have to do some digging for my real name. You gotta do
Yeah,
some
yeah.
lore
Nah,
hunting.
we didn't do a lot of research on this podcast. That's kind of our thing. What are the origins of that name?
Kiid Katz, it's a fun origin story. I so it's German. Katz is German.
Yeah.
In high school, I took a German class and I got like a 6% because I'm really good at German and I paid attention really well. Um, and the only word I learned is Katze, which means cat, and I
Wow.
liked that word and I like cats. And that's really all there is. And the kid, I don't
6%?
know why, huh? Yeah,
Six.
6% in the whole class.
That's crazy.
Me and my friend, the penis game where you see who can yell penis the
I'm
loudest.
pretty good at that game.
Yeah, so we would do that, but with R. Kelly. We would because
Oh.
we had to do Rosetta Stone, where you have to like say words into it. So people were like kind of talking, and we would act like we're trying to speak German. We'd be R. Kelly, and then just see who can get louder and louder with that.
So you're saying that you guys basically put R. Kelly on the map, and that's why he's in jail now, basically.
Yeah, I would say that what me and my friend did in my German class is what led to his arrest.
Awesome, awesome. I wish there was more people like you out there in the world, Katsu.
I wish so too. I would love if there were three of me.
Oh man.
Who
Um,
knows what could be done?
who knows? Yeah. Obviously this isn't Hawk Tuah, the podcast, but it's close enough. I was curious if you ever got onto that podcast.
Yeah, I did not ever get onto Hawk Tuah podcast. In fact, she never reached out to me. No one talked to me. There's a good chance she never saw the valiant effort that I made to get on that podcast.
It was
I knew
great.
all the
That
words.
video
I
was
knew all the
incredible.
words. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I know how to hawk. I know how to Tua.
Yeah.
Spit on that thing.
Dude,
Look
you
at
got
me.
all three of them.
I'm a natural. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, she's
unfortunately, she has no idea. She has no idea the talent that she's missing out on.
That's incredible. Well, maybe after this podcast, she'll be fully aware. It-
Exactly. If she's not in jail, I think she
yeah,
has
she
something
like
going
tried
on
to
with that.
scam a bunch of people, right? With like the
I think she
Bitcoin.
did. I think she didn't try. She successfully scammed a
Oh,
bunch of people.
wow.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe it's a good thing that you haven't been on it. To start things off, how do we define Kid Katze? I would call you a Renaissance man, if that's okay.
Well, I
Um,
appreciate that.
I didn't know you were a musician until like 2 days ago, and then your music's really fucking cool too. So props
I
on that as
appreciate so
well.
much. I have new music on the way. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully people like it. We'll see. But yeah, like all in all, like as a person, I'm just I like to be defined just as like a silly guy who does things. And beyond that, I think you're giving me too much.
Just a silly little
Um,
guy.
I'm just a silly guy who does things. Sometimes I want to do this, sometimes I do that, and then I do it. And I like to believe everyone has the power to do what I do.
No, I believe the same thing too. I think, especially, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. Well, I live here, and we're very quick to pigeonhole each other into boxes. You know, it's like you're an artist or you're a dancer, and I think when someone does lots of those things, yeah, people get quite overwhelmed. They just can't accept that you can be good at lots of things.
You become the town freak when you do more than one thing. It's like,
Yep,
buddy,
I'm
get back in your
definitely
box.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy here.
Love to see it.
Mm. Which is also why this podcast isn't just, certain people from one like fact of life or the other. Like it's just everybody that I kind of admire. I mean, I had your stuff sent to me last week. Like I hadn't even seen your videos and my bandmate had sent me your stuff. And then my other friend sent me your stuff and I was like, we gotta have a chat. We gotta have a word. We gotta pick this guy's
Hell
brain
yeah.
and see
Hell
what's
yeah.
going on. The music stuff that you do, did that come before the sketch kind of comedy videos or after?
Yeah, so I made a song. Remember like Jules, like the
Yeah.
vaping device? So
Yeah.
like those first came out onto the scene, and they destroyed me, little 15-year-old me. I couldn't get enough of those, and I made a song about it. Made a song called "Hit on That Jewel" when I was 15,
Wow.
as a joke, and I just enjoyed doing it, so I kept making music, and here I am now, like 6 years later, still making
Yeah.
music.
So the way that you kind of make your music, I guess it incorporates a lot. I mean, it definitely incorporates meme culture and internet kind of slang and all that
Oh,
stuff into it.
absolutely.
And your sketch videos as well. But do you find that the music, when you're making that music, it's coming from, I guess, I didn't want to say the word sincere because that's not, the right word, but is it coming from more of like a serious angle where you genuinely want to make it as a musician?
It's kind of like it's a mix of both. Like, imagine if Joji never stopped being Filthy Frank.
I was
That's kind
literally
of
thinking that, bro, when I was watching your stuff, I was like, yeah, I see that. I
that's
see
that's
that.
kind of what I want to do. That's kind of
Yeah.
the goal.
Yeah, he got real
But
serious, you know? He got
he
real
got very
serious.
serious. Well, it's because it like destroyed his voice. Like being Filthy Frank and the noises he had to make and the way he screamed, he was like, I cannot take music seriously if I keep doing this.
Really? Was that the origin story for why Filthy Frank got serious?
That was one of the reasons. Yeah, it was for the health of his voice.
Wow. Yeah, because I mean, I've never fully delved into meme culture, though we've had lots of meme lords. We have a guy called Divorced Dad who's a regular contributor on this show, and they'll definitely send you his stuff. Quite big here and also in Europe. But I've never fully like committed to that aspect of myself. Like I have a band that's a little bit goofy and silly, but only recently
Mm.
have I started a another band called, and that's allowed me to basically not give a single fuck about anything. You
It's
know what I mean?
awesome. It's so awesome to have a creative output where you don't have like the pressure of doing anything serious or doing what you've previously done. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for sure. And your videos, like the way that they're actually, like the way that they're made is quite unique. I haven't seen anyone splice together that kind of glitchy effect mixed with AI, mixed with stuff. How did that come about?
That just kind of so it happened kind of gradually. And I also want to shout out Noah So Cold. He makes music videos here in Atlanta.
Cool.
He kind of has a similar style with music videos of just like nonstop, overstimulating, flashy words, text, and like visuals that show up on the screen.
Yeah.
I loved that. And I was like, I already hate that I have to put captions on my videos. I think it kind of ruins it. Why not turn the captions and these weird visuals into part of the art and part of the video?
Yeah.
And I just wanted to mesh it all together and make my videos just as chaotic and like nonstop as possible.
There's a real like video game vibe to it, right? Because you're shooting with the 360. Is it the 360 camera? Is that what it's called?
I got that right
Oh,
now.
you got
Got
that
the
bad boy?
360 camera. Yep.
You know what's funny, bro? Is like I swear I've used them before, and I still don't understand them. Like I don't get
They're
it. Like,
bizarre. I mean, it's just a lens on both sides and it gets everything.
but is there a sort of a Fallout 3 RPG angle to these videos? Because it's like you're looking at yourself from third person, and you're going
Oh
around
yeah.
accomplishing quests. Um,
It totally feels that way.
yeah, the Dr. Phil one, where you're like fighting between Dr. Phil and who's the other guy?
Steve Harvey.
Yeah, that just feels like it should be made into a video game. I think a lot of people get so much joy
I
out of
would
just seeing this guy go around into the world.
Man, I would love for a team to like imagine I had a video game and every time I released a new video, there was like a new quest/game in this open world game about me to play. And every
Yeah.
week there is a new thing.
Well, we can animate you in this podcast because we do that with a lot of guests. So that's kind of close, sort
That's
of.
it's closer than I've ever gotten. So I
Would
appreciate that.
Do you think we'll ever see like a Kiid Katze, like choose your own kind of thing going on, like a book series maybe? It's like, does he go into the woods? Does he stay at home?
That would be interesting. There's actually a website I've been playing around with where I could input videos and then people would have two choices to click. And then when they
Ooh,
click, they would go to the decision that they make, the video would continue with whatever route that was. So I could do a choose your own adventure like video.
that would be incredible, actually.
So I've actually, yeah, that's crazy that you bring that up because that is a thing I'm actively working on.
Wow. And I guess so. In terms of making these videos, do you do it with a team or do you do it by yourself?
It's all me. It's all
Really?
me. I mean,
Wow.
every once in a while, I'll need people to help me with the videos.
Yeah.
Just in the sense of like being for like the catfishing on Tinder one. I needed
Mm.
that girl to like FaceTime him to prove that she was real.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. But for coming up with ideas, filming it, editing, it's all me.
Really? So,
Yeah.
so do you go out? So you do a lot of videos in the woods for some reason. It's a very Blair Witch project going on in
I
Ohio.
love getting lost in the woods. One of my favorite activities.
Yeah.
Even before I was making videos, it was just, oh, it's good. I'm
Dude.
gonna go in the woods. Maybe I'll get some friends, and I'll just like I'll take them as deep as they can, and I'll be like, oh, I don't know where we are. Sorry, guys. Oh no, I
Did
guess we have to figure out where we are.
Did you ever see some like creepy shit in the woods?
See some creepy shit in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing crazy. Well, okay, hold up. I actually okay. So I was in these woods once. I was filming a video. I was in a wedding dress or something.
Yeah.
And this whole time, there's this group of deer that are gang stalking me. I swear. I'll see them out of the corner of my eye, and I'll be like, "Stop watching me." And the sun slowly sets. And as it sets, I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna get out of these woods now." I was in a part I was unfamiliar with, so I'm like, "Whatever." I'm trying to get out there the best I can. The deer, one of the deer, comes up to me and starts stomping its hoof, like it's about to like ram me or fight me. All of a sudden, this owl swoops in and lands on like a branch right above the deer, and the deer runs away.
Wow.
It was like fairy tale. I felt like Snow White. I was like, this owl just saved my life. This deer was about to brutalize me.
Could that owl have been someone that you loved that was like reincarnated, that was trying to kind of help you, on your on your quest?
You know what? It may have been.
Because the deer
Shout out
obviously
them if that's the
represents,
case.
the deer represents the haters. So I'm just wondering what the owl represents.
If the deer represents the haters, the owl represents me, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you said there was two of you, so maybe the owl is that second one of you.
Exactly. The owl's just locked in, has the same energy that I do. There's one of me in every single animal kingdom,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One of you in every city, in every state. I feel like I've seen a few of you here as well. Yeah.
Exactly. I was probably hanging out over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Having a good time.
Because that's weird because deers are usually supposed to be quite nice. When I was in like Osaka, they're fucking lovely and shit. But in Ohio, they're fucking
usually
rude as
when
fuck.
I see deer, it's a splendid time. I go, hello, deer, and the deer gets kind of scared, but then he goes back to eating his grass. This one, like I said, stalking me the whole time, and then the moment the sun sets, decides to come and attack me.
That's not cool, especially because the sun's setting. Like that's kind of a weak move. If he wanted you, he should have taken you in the middle of the day.
If it was daytime, I would have been ready to fight. I think deer, that's
you were
a fair
tired,
fight.
bro. You were sleepy. You had to go have dinner. Like it's not fair, bro.
Exactly. I was just filming. I was in a wedding dress. My mobility's down.
Yeah. Wow. Maybe the deer just really hated marriage. I mean, I can fuck with that if that's what the deer was thinking.
You know what? That's understandable. It just doesn't like the concept of marriage.
Yeah,
maybe he's
enough.
lonely. He's had some bad experiences with marriage. He's on his third divorce.
Could be a divorced deer. Yeah, we don't know.
Exactly. It could be very jealous deer. Just doesn't want anyone else to be happy if he can't be happy.
I've never seen a deer that hates marriage like in the woods, but I have actually seen Bigfoot once, and that's not like bullshit. I have legitimately seen what looked like Bigfoot in the horizon once. But what
was he doing?
He was running away. My friend was trying to scare me at the same time, and he went over a hill, and I was like, "It's not gonna work." And then he came running back to me, and he's like, "There's a guy there in that playground." I'm like, "What do you mean a guy?" It's like there's a thing there, and I was like, "I don't believe you." And as we started walking to the playground, this fucking giant Bigfoot ass thing starts running towards the hills. Granted, I don't know what was going on there. But
that's pretty crazy.
Shout out to Apollo Bay. Yeah, that was mental.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you met Bigfoot.
Yeah, I didn't meet him. I saw him.
Well, you don't want to meet him. Peter Kane.
Yeah.
Do you know his experience with Bigfoot?
No.
I can't get into it without being too graphic.
Right. Okay. So it's like a Shrek situation.
It was a female Bigfoot. It was a female
Bigfoot. I don't think you're talking about the same thing here.
What happened was between him and and the female Bigfoot. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say.
We've had some pretty graphic shows. I've spoken to some people in America who've like met serial killers and all that, but I've never heard of a female Bigfoot before. There is a movie called Sasquatch Sunset that my friend gave me on DVD a week ago. You have to check
Yeah,
it out. Jesse Eisenberg's in it and he plays Bigfoot. Well, Sasquatch. So
it's intriguing. That's
yeah,
intriguing.
but I digress. Um, the I guess there is an element of what you're doing with like going to the woods or doing activities that are quite surreal that people don't
Yeah,
maybe have the guts to do themselves, like throwing a bomb at someone or whatever, you know. Um,
indeed.
a lot of these are they sort of real or are they rehearsed or is it a mix of the two?
You know, I gotta keep that a secret a little bit. That's part
I
of the
got you.
charm
I
of,
got you. Hey, you're
you
secret
know,
safe with me.
I will say there is a lot of realness in a lot of what I do.
Yeah,
And I
of
have
course.
gotten in trouble for quite a bit.
Well, yeah. Well, that goes, I want to the thing I wanted to ask you was like obviously I don't know if you're a big fan of like Jackass. I'm not sure who your heroes are in terms of people who do stunts in public that
I'm a big fan of Jackass, but I'm way more inspired by like Eric Andre and Tim Robinson. Or Connor O'Malley. Love Connor O'Malley.
yeah.
I think Connor O'Malley might be my biggest influence with the content I make, and it's like absurdity.
Yeah, there's a real like performance art angle to it as well. A lot of people don't really make that distinction because there's that I guess there's the element of like a lot of like prank bros, you know, that kind of I feel it's more of like a rather than like a creative and positive thing, it can become quite like a negative thing where it's at the expense of someone. But I think I kind of define performance art as when it's at the expense of yourself, you know? Like going back to the greats, so like Marina Abramovic, you know, or like fine artists and stuff like that. Like these are people who put their bodies on the line, and I think that's like highly respectable. And I mean,
I
you're
agree.
doing a similar thing, and that's why it's
I
kind of cool.
like I mess with people, but I also I love putting myself in weird positions that are like what do I do now? It's my favorite.
Yeah. Do you find that I mean, rest in peace to America right now, right?
Oh
It's not
yeah.
doing well. Like that baby's bleeding, bro.
Do not get me started.
Oh, well, I might. I
Yeah.
mean, like, I wonder how your videos are going to respond to that. Obviously, your videos aren't inherently political, but I do think
Yeah.
that it's impossible not to be political when we've got Australians who are now really pissed off about what's happening with Trump and Musk and all that. I'm just wondering, how are your videos going to go with that landscape? Is it a
Uh
surreal landscape to kind of inhabit now?
it very much is, but at the same time, I don't think my content will change too
Hmm.
much. I've been brainstorming a way of addressing it without making like I don't know how much of my audience is on one side or the other. So I
Yeah.
really have to do a fine line.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like if I piss those people off, I piss those people off. I don't really like what they believe in. So,
Yeah. For sure, man. I was watching yesterday the Musk stuff, and I'm Jewish,
oh
and
my God.
I was like, holy fuck, like like I was watching
And the
John
amount of
Stewart.
people who are like, oh no, he didn't do that on purpose. It's
Yeah,
a Roman salute. Like, that's not a real thing. Like,
as if all the neo Nazis who are watching that from their rooms are gonna think, you know, that isn't like a sign of like, yeah, we roll, you know,
exactly.
like fuck.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh, that must be the Roman salute. Oh
No,
my God.
takes a guy like that to make space exploration uncool, which is like the coolest thing ever. But he's like
Yeah, it's so
really,
impressive. It's so impressive. He could have been one of the coolest guys ever. He could have been
bro.
like a city.
Nerds are cool, you know. Nerds are cool now,
I
but he made them
know.
fucking uncool.
He went absolute freak mode. I
Yeah.
do not know what happened to that man.
No. He got lost in the sauce for sure.
Yeah.
I was curious going back to your sketches and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Are these things improvised or are these things like do you work this out on the spot with what you're gonna say or do you have a plan and like a storyboard of sorts beforehand?
I have like a basic plan of what I'm gonna do, but beyond that, like everything I say out loud, none of that is written down. It's all improv.
Really?
Yeah. Like for the one I did, I'm trying to think. I guess honestly, my most recent was the most written out because I had the pants beer I did, I
Yeah.
had the picture of a cat, I had the bomb. Like that, just like all I had to do was narrate what I was doing, really.
Yeah.
But no, I never write like actual lines that I'm gonna say.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
It definitely seems like obviously you have that improv vibe to it, but it does seem scripted, especially with a lot of the other ones. It's like if you're talking to an AI thing, is like I wondered, I was like, is the AI recorded first, or does that come after based off of what you're
Oh
saying?
yeah. That one, that's the one time it is scripted because I have to
Right,
know
right, right.
exactly what I'm gonna make them say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so that one is, yeah, I figure out what they're gonna say, or I just have a general idea in my mind
Yeah.
about what I'm gonna say. And sorry, my roommate just started laughing very loudly. I don't know if that came through.
It kind of sounded like a parakeet, but I wasn't sure if it was coming from outside of my house or from the.
Okay. Okay.
There's a lot of animorph things going on, people turning into animals and
Exactly.
all that. Yeah. Um,
All right. What was I saying? My
you were
bad.
talking about. I'm actually trying to think. You were talking about sort of scripted stuff or not scripted stuff, and
I was the AI
the AI.
is what.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's like the only time I have to script out exactly like what I say. And even then, like sometimes I'll just be there and be like, it'd be funny if I added some weird AI guy here and I'll just
yeah.
say something and then write it out after.
You're probably like the only guy who's using AI in a way that I enjoy, honestly.
I appreciate that. No, I hate a lot of the AI, which is
Yeah,
why at first I was like, should I even maybe I should cut down on using it. But I think I use it as a tool in the sense of this is AI. And that's
yeah.
kind of it adds to the absurdity of it. And I'm using it not to replace something, but to use it for exactly what it is.
Yeah, you're kind of calling it out for, yeah, exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah,
nobody's assuming that, like, you're using AI, I think, the way it was intended to be, which is like as a joke, like
yeah, exactly.
World Fair, robots everywhere kind of vibe. It's like, this is a robot, that's not Dr. Phil. And so you can use
Mm,
it to explore, like, your stuff is very postmodern in that regard because you are just this, silly guy reacting to all this, like, crazy tech and
yeah,
all this.
exactly.
And you are actually reacting to it. You know what I mean? It's not like you talking to Dr. Phil was like, I mean, not really Dr. Phil, but an AI Dr. Phil. That was a real conversation that you had with him at some point, before or
It
after.
was.
Like,
Yeah, dude, the AIs that I interact with, there's an AI of me. Have you seen that
I
video?
have seen the AI of you. It has eyeliner.
Yeah, that is a real
What's
AI
up with
someone
that?
made to talk like he's me. And oh my God, he just wanted to fuck me.
Right. So
Like
what?
everything he said in that video about like take your pants off, lock yourself to a bed frame and like wait for me. He said all of that unprompted.
Really?
So that really what it means is someone made an AI of me so that they could fuck me.
Wait, I don't understand. Sorry, go back. How did this AI version of you come about? Who made it? You made it?
Someone made it. I don't know who made
Someone
it.
made
But
it.
when I found it, it had over 5,000 messages sent in between him and users.
Oh my God.
So
What?
someone is using my AI, and my AI is incredibly horny.
Wow.
So
That's
they are using my AI to fuck me.
So your image and your likeness is out on the interwebs trying to fuck people
It
as we
it sure
speak.
is. As we speak, someone could be doing
Wow.
it right now.
Wow,
I
the
wouldn't
power
know.
of technology.
It's interesting.
That is really interesting and really scary. Um, yeah, wow, I didn't realize that it wasn't made by you, that somebody had just gifted you this thing, this identity basically. Wow. Um, in terms of your like I guess with your music, I mean death is everywhere in your music. It's in your
It
lyrics. It's
it certainly is.
where did this obsession with death start?
Um, I think to some degree it's like death is almost like the most absurd thing that can happen. I
Mm.
think. Like imagine like being a homicide victim. That's not a possible thing. You just that I mean as an alive person that's an impossible thing.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of absurd. And then man, I don't know. To be honest, I'm not quite sure. You've hit me with a tricky question. I use death a lot in my music all the time.
Do you find
Um,
that dealing with death in that way lessens the blow?
that could be it, but like I'm not scared of death or anything.
No. It's cool though. Like I am somebody who is scared of death, you know? Yin and
Yeah.
yang right here from two sides across the globe. And it is nice to hear people sort of talking about it, even if it's in like a funny way. It can be quite reassuring. Not in like a cold
Mm.
leader kind of way, but in like a
No, I see what you're
live your
saying
life,
exactly.
do your thing. Because I guess the kind of music that you make, like I definitely hear like Crystal Castles, I definitely hear hyperpop, I definitely hear a lot of
Oh
that
yeah.
stuff. But there's also an element of, I guess, I don't know what, like, there's a SoundCloud kind of rap kind of vibe, which I really like. Obviously, a lot of those guys were drinking lean and dying, right? Like Little Peep and all that era of artists. And so those guys, I don't know if they were talking about depression in their songs. I don't know if they were talking about death directly, but it is interesting to hear those parallels in your music.
Indeed. And I'm very open about like I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't take any I am drug free.
Yeah, so am
And
I.
yeah, it's interesting. Those people they use it in their songs a lot in a very different context. It was
Mm.
more like if I overdose, baby, won't you drop with me? Where I'm more like it's more energetic to die with me tonight, you know? So
Yeah,
die
yeah,
with
yeah.
me tonight. It's almost like an embracing thing. Like that's just that's party. Let's go crazy. Let's die together tonight. You know,
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's very cool, actually.
which is very different, I think, from a lot of what the older SoundCloud, Lil Peep, X, those kind of people,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
way
yeah.
that they rapped about death.
For sure. Do you find that, like, I guess I wouldn't say, like, would you say you wouldn't say you're putting on necessarily a character, right? When you're doing your videos, like, it's kind of you, but it's like, is it an exaggerated sort of version of you? I obviously don't know you in person, so
It's a good mix.
yeah,
I've definitely developed the character more, but at the same time, it's like this has always just been
yeah,
kind of who I am.
yeah.
Like ever since I was in high school, I would be. I mean, I threw a mosh pit in the boys' bathroom. We had 50 people in one stall, and we
What?
called it the Church of Jaw. It was right after X died, and we
What?
played a bunch of X. We had like a sermon where some dude came up and like recited a few lines about X in like a weird religious context, and then we all just started moshing.
Wow.
Yeah,
In one, sorry,
in one
50 people
stall.
in one store?
50 people. It was like
How big are the
half the
stalls in
boys.
Ohio?
They're not very big. It was one of the handicap stalls, so it had a little bit more room.
Okay, so you shouldn't have been in there, Kiid Katze.
You're right. You're right. But neither should those 50 other kids.
That's so true.
But I've always just enjoyed doing weird. Just put me in a situation. I've always just
No,
that's what I
I
like.
get you as well. In Melbourne, people are a lot more tame, a lot more laid back in a superficial way. I need to speak
Mm.
more highly of my city, or I'm gonna get like doxxed or something soon with this party.
You're gonna be like, this guy sucks. This guy hates our
Guy
city.
sucks. He's not
Get him
patriotic.
out of here.
Get him out. I am leaving soon for a bit. But I play in a band, and so we do a lot of like mosh pits, obviously, and like, you know, a lot of situations come out of that, but they're in the context of the band and the performance, which allows you to kind of do
Yeah.
those things. Whereas like I don't know if I've ever done that in public. I mean, there was one time at uni where we ordered like 60 cups of milk from a bar for no reason. That was kind of fun.
Yeah. I mean, fuck it. That's fun.
Why not, right? Yeah, I'm not really selling Australia to you, but I mean, you don't have any plans to come here anyway. Let's be honest,
I mean,
Keith.
honestly, Sydney, I think is my second most like that's my biggest second biggest viewer base. My most of my
Sydney,
fans, Sydney, Australia,
huh?
second
That's
most popular. No idea why.
yeah. I wouldn't worry too much about those guys.
Yeah,
Come over here, man. Don't worry about those guys.
we'll see.
Um,
We'll see.
do you feel like with what you're doing, your bio it says threat to national security.
Hmm.
Obviously, there's bigger threats in the US than Kid Katze right now. But
There certainly are.
I am wondering if there's anything we can discuss regarding to some of the crazy things that have happened filming. I imagine some stuff would have kind of gone down with the shit you're pulling.
I've had a lot of issues. Mostly the only time I've had to go to court was just because of trespassing.
Hmm?
and they actually caught me twice at the same place. I filmed like a 24-hour video there, and I left, and I was fine. And then I go there again with a friend just to show them the place. Cops pull up, and they're like, "Which one of you is, you know?" And they say my name, which I realize you can see. No one else can see it anyway. I'm derailing. I'm derailing the podcast. I'm making this unusable.
No, no, no. I'm getting lost in the sauce. Don't stop it there. Keep going, brother.
But so I get cops pull up. I'm there for the second time. Cops pull up. I'm on the roof of this building, so I can't really hide or run. They got my ass. They're like, "All right, come down." I come down, and they're like, which one of you is Katze? And I'm like, me. And he's like, you were here the other day. And I was like, was I? And he was like, yep. And he pulled out a picture of my van, which I had at the time. And I'm like, okay, you got me. And he wrote it when I went to like court, he wrote it on the thing that the judge read. And he was like, oh, you were there twice. And my friend got a year probation and he only got caught once. And
what?
he got a year probation. He shows up to court a month before me. And I'm like, okay, I got caught twice. I'm in more trouble. I'm gonna get jail time. I go in there. I'm like, yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. I love you, Your Honor. And he's like, you know what? You're such a handsome and polite young gentleman. You can go ahead and get out of here. And
Really?
I only had to pay a fine. I only had to pay like I think like $150.
Wow.
I know. It was wonderful.
So that's the craziest thing that's happened, sort of, in regards to the judicial system. Has there been any other wilder things that have happened on the street?
There have, and I gotta walk on thin ice on this one.
We can delete stuff if you say shit that you don't like as well.
Oh, okay. So I'll just say it in very vague terms.
Yeah.
I had a dude in a video. Didn't like that he was in a video. And I did some things that were kind of stalkery. Okay, that could be hold up in court in some bad ways. And got some random people involved. I'm like, okay, I don't want this. Can we work this out outside of a court system where I'll definitely lose? And he actually pays me to take down the video.
Oh.
So I ended up making money because I was like, oh man, I'm going to jail. But no, the way it goes.
And you took the cash?
I did.
Fuck.
I didn't want to, it's easier than going to court and then possibly jail.
For sure. I mean, that's it's something that people don't really think about. Well, wait 1 sec. I had AI fucking come in. Sometimes if I
heard that.
Yeah, sometimes it's loud. Not as loud as your roommate though, but it's still pretty loud.
Yeah. Have you been able to hear them more? I can tell him to quiet down.
Nah. It's it's not about the loudness. It's just a certain frequency is quite interesting to me.
I don't know anyone else who laughs as much at watching anything. It's impressive.
Yeah. What if he's watching your videos in the other room, just laughing?
I really doubt it. I'll be right back. I'll tell him to quiet down a little bit.
No, that's true. It's true. All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Here, are you gonna be able to see my room now?
I mean, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, now he's never gonna follow my podcast.
I'm back. Yeah, no, yeah. He hates your podcast now.
Yeah, I know. That's why he was laughing, in spite. I see a lot of your videos where you're like escaping from situations that you put yourself in. You lock yourself onto a tree. You lock yourself onto something. I used to be an ex-magician, so I'm just asking, out of genuine interest, like, would you consider yourself like a modern day Houdini?
Well, there's not really tricks involved. Everything I do is very, very base level. I lock myself to a tree until or like a sewer, and I slam the lock, I kick the lock, and I try to break the tree.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing going on under the table there.
So you're legitimately locking yourself onto objects?
I am legitimately locking myself into weird areas. Yep.
And you're usually by yourself?
Usually, yeah. I think every time I've locked myself to something, it was just me there.
So let's analyze this. Where's that desire coming from? Don't you have fear of being, alone? Do you tell your family I'm going out to make A
I
video?
usually tell someone.
Okay.
Um, the first time when I locked myself in the sewer, I think I told people I had the idea of doing it,
Oh.
and then I just went out and did it. No one knew where I was, and I actually had no data when I was down there. So for a second, and you can watch the video, you can tell I'm just having like an actual terrifying time. I'm
Yeah,
like, I am so scared right now.
that sounds horrible, man.
Oh, it
Like,
was so terrible.
so again, I don't know how much of this we can actually unpack, right? But like, so I mean, I got locked once in the bathroom of this party because the doorknob to the toilet broke. Like, I actually pulled it off, and I was stuck
Oh, that
holding the
sounds
doorknob.
awesome.
And there was three. Yeah, you would love that shit. But see,
Yeah.
me, I'm claustrophobic, So for me, it's like
Unfortunate.
it's real scary. Yeah, like you think about in terms of like American not folklore, but like 127 hours. Like that dude got fucking stuck with that rock. Nobody knew where he was, and he had to cut his arm off. Like, is that what's
See,
gonna happen to you? Like, I care
I
about you,
sure
bro.
hope
What's going
not.
on?
I sure hope not. Like I said, since the first one, I let people know where I am and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So if I, disappear for 8 hours, they're gonna be like, oh, maybe we should check on him. Maybe he couldn't get himself unlocked this time.
So you don't bring a spare key?
No, because then I have a way out. then like it wouldn't be authentic.
That's
I wouldn't be
insane.
panicking.
Like, well, I guess you're not scared of death, so I guess that facilitates going into a sewer and just locking
Yeah,
yourself in the
and
sewer.
I have a general fear of death. Like I don't want to die right now. So like I get scared
That's
in
not
those
what your music
situations.
says.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's like I have a I just got what you mean by that. um, uh, um I've lost my train of thought.
I have questions to ask you, but I just find it so fascinating that you're just so like gung ho about just going into a sewer and locking yourself. Like in the
It's
sewer one, what are
fun.
you locking yourself into?
Usually there's like ladders or metal bars. I can just boom, and then I'm locked in.
But
Ever since
then,
I was a kid, I've just wanted to be in situations. Like I would try to get my friends lost in the woods. I would lie about like how long a path is so that we would just keep like going further. I lie about like if it's raining or not, so that we'd get like really far in the woods and then it'd start raining. I'd be like, oh no, who could have predicted this? I love being in like positions in like weird situations that I have to deal with.
you remind me of some of the characters of that movie, Hackers, the cheesy like Angelina Jolie like movie from the 90s. The dude just like fucking with everything basically with his computer. He's just like makes it rain on everybody and like blackouts and stuff. So like you're a genuine prankster, like in the best sense of that word.
To a degree, but at the same time, I'm only pranking them because I want to be in that situation too.
True.
I
And
want to be stuck.
everyone obviously thinks the same way as you do.
Like I want to be lost in the woods. I want to be like, oh my god, what do we do? I'm so scared. Oh no.
So you live in Ohio, right?
I live in Atlanta now,
Atlanta,
so
okay.
Georgia,
So, in terms of the day-to-day life of an I don't even know how to say it, like an Atlantan,
an Atlantean.
Atlantean, in the day-to-day life that you have, is it exciting enough, or do you feel like you need to kind of make everyday life more exciting by doing these crazy, wild things?
um, I think I have a lot of joy in just doing weird things. I went to the DMV. I failed at it. Okay, I didn't go to the DMVs were closed for some reason, but
The DMV, what's that?
oh, it's like where you get your license, where you get cars registered, stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I failed doing that, but I went to like this weird abandoned mall and I got really lost for a second. Not abandoned, it was just like no one was in there. And I got really lost for a second. So it's like stuff like that. That fills
Yeah,
I'm happy with that stuff. I'm happy to get lost. It's just when stuff goes kind of wrong and I'm in a weird area, love that.
yeah,
But
yeah.
sometimes days are boring. So I'm just like, let's go do something really let's do something weird. Let's get strange with it.
So, are you a big fan of urban exploration then? The like urban,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I first thing I did when I got to Atlanta was find some weird spots, and they're everywhere here.
Yeah, there's that video of you with the piano, and the piano is just there. Is that an urban exploration place, or is that like one of your mates' houses? Is that a
Yeah,
trap house or is that an urbex
that's the
house?
trap house.
That's the trap.
No, it's just an abandoned house in Atlanta.
Wow.
It's a pretty cool spot. There's another abandoned house. Oh my God, it's the Freak House. I went in there with some friends and like the amount of piss bottles that are in there is
Mm,
insane. There's a bathroom, okay? It's
mm.
pretty big. I mean, imagine like a bathroom with a shower, toilet, all that stuff.
I can imagine that.
Yeah, exactly. Piss bottles stacked up 4 feet tall, filling the entire room, and then land falling outside of the door.
I don't understand.
Thousands.
So let's debunk this, right? Piss
Yep.
bottles, bottles of piss. The
Yes.
the this house is abandoned.
It's abandoned, but get this. It has working electricity and working water, meaning they could have used the toilet. They could have flushed the toilet. But instead, they pissed in bottles over and over again until their entire bathroom was inaccessible. I don't know what they were doing.
So, wow. Okay. So the whole bathroom's covered in bottles of piss. Are they quite big bottles or small?
There's like average water bottle size.
Okay. It's like, yeah, okay. A decent bladder. I'm just wondering now, I'm like, is it all one person? Like, what's the end goal here? Because also, like, you can piss outside. You know what I
You can
mean?
go
Like,
outside,
you
go
can
piss
piss in a
outside. You
broken
can.
toilet. You can piss on the floor. Why piss in a bottle?
I know.
That
You don't have to
much.
piss in a broken toilet. The toilet works. Instead, you've made your bathroom unusable.
Do you think that they had it kind of like they had it kind of like fucked up in their heads where like the act of pissing had to go in bottles, but then their drinking water came from the toilet? Do you think it was a bit of like a switcheroo like that, or
I mean, who knows?
who
I mean, it was
knows?
definitely some random people living inside of this abandoned house. That I know
Wow.
for sure. Um, but then beyond that, maybe they just never tried the water. Maybe they just figured, oh, it's an abandoned house. The water won't work. The electricity won't work.
Yeah, or maybe they figured the toilet
Both
tastes
of those.
better.
Yeah, or maybe you know what? I don't know why I'm not giving you credit for this idea. They
Yeah,
could have been drinking out of the toilet.
don't knock it till you try it, you know?
You know what? I
I
will. I will knock it and I will not try it.
the yeah, urban exploration is an interesting one here in Melbourne. The architecture of our city leads to some really great abandoned places. We've got some abandoned sawmills, which are crazy. There's places that look like I don't know if you're a fan of like Batman or you know the genuine like the lore of like how Joker became Joker. I sound like a fucking nerd,
Mhm.
but it's just basic public information. Like he gets
Yeah,
kicked
I'm
into like a
aware.
vat of acid. Well, there's a place like that here as well. So
Oh,
we
hell
also have
yeah.
some excellent stuff. But the shit that gets me is all the asbestos of that shit. You know what I mean? Like you knock into some of those walls, game over. Like, do you go with masks or do you just like
I'm
you're
gonna be
young, right?
honest.
You're 20, right? So like,
I'm 21,
yeah.
and I probably have quite a bit of asbestos in my lungs.
Wow.
I've taken the L. I've done this since I was like 15, pretty much. I've gone
Yeah.
into so many asbestos filled rooms, but I've embraced it at this point. I love asbestos. Asbestos, you're welcome in my body. Maybe if I give them a loving home, they're not going to kill me because they're going to want to stay. They're going to want to hang out in my body, have an asbestos party in my lungs.
Yes, the asbestos symbiotic relationship with man, half
Exactly.
asbestos.
It'll make me more powerful.
I wonder if asbestos can affect the brain and then like make your comedy even crazier or more tailor-made to bring
Exactly.
more people. You love leading people to places. But what if asbestos has taken over your brain and you lead people to asbestos?
That's a good. Maybe I'm already doing that. I
Maybe
take a
that's
lot
what's
of people
happening
to
right
abandoned
now.
places. First time I hang out with people, I'm like, hey, I know this one place.
Yeah, I really think
Man,
we're breaking true, new ground here.
I think
Um,
you're right. The asbestos is controlling my brain, leading me to take more people to inhale more asbestos.
yeah, fuck AI. You know what I mean?
This is
The
crazy.
asbestos, it's the
Yeah.
fucking problem.
Oh my
Um,
god.
moving away from all that, so
Yeah.
you do comedy shows as well. You do music shows, you do comedy shows.
So I haven't done a comedy show up until the one I have coming up. So this is my first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's more my brother who does comedy. He does skit stuff like that. He's the main writer behind this.
Right.
Obviously, I'm a big part of it as well. But this is very different. This one's kind of out of my territory. Nothing,
Yeah.
something I haven't done before, but I'm excited for it. Hopefully it'll be fun.
So, how's your brand of comedy gonna translate live?
Um, I think it'll translate splendidly live. I just,
Yeah.
I do live streams on TikTok where I just act like an insane person. And then we have a comedy show with a bunch of like actors and skits, and I just bring that energy because I'm like the host kind of, and there's like stuff happening in between.
Yeah.
I just bring that energy to what I'm doing, and I think it'll translate quite well.
Cool. And the scene over there, do at this point, because you've got a big following, like your Instagram following is humongous. Probably
Mm,
bigger than anyone we've had on this show. And we've had lots of people with 100K, 150K, but you're definitely out there. Does
wow.
Atlanta appreciate what you do? Like, do you get recognized outside?
I do get recognized quite a bit, especially at like house shows, parties, stuff like that. People will come up and be like, "You're that guy online, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm that guy online."
Yeah, wow.
But I've only been in Atlanta for what? I moved here October, so 4 months. I've only been here like 4 months.
Yeah, cool.
So do people appreciate me for what I'm doing in Atlanta? I don't know about that, but people do recognize me.
Yeah. Do you feel like we could be expecting I guess like a Kiid Katze movie or a Kiid Katze Happy Meal?
I really hope so. I really hope McDonald's reaches out to me. I think I would do more of a Denny's thing though. I think,
Denny's,
get
we
like a
don't
couple
have Denny's over
pancakes.
here actually.
I've actually never been to a Denny's.
Isn't Denny's the one where the guy starts a mosh pit in the Denny's? Is that fuck like what does he say? He says something like fuck it. And I can't remember. It sounds so corny to say it's time to mosh, but he says something that's like really like iconic. What the fuck is up,
I
Denny's? That's it. You know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, so are you at a point now, you don't have to answer this, but are you at a point now where you're able to live off of what you do online?
I am. I am. I make, I'm nothing crazy. I'm no Jake Paul out here, but it's enough to have an apartment in Atlanta, have a car, do
Cool.
my thing, get silly as a job.
Because I've spoken to a lot of people who do kind of, I guess, similar things here in Australia, and they mentioned that in Australia you can't really live off of TikTok because you can't monetize in Australia, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so I think the creator fund is only an American thing with TikTok.
Right.
So that's what pays me the most money, but it's only in the US.
So Donald Trump took away your income for 6 minutes, like 2 days ago.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I don't want to give him any credit, but he's actually the reason they brought it back.
He
It
is
was a bunch of
Oh, Donald Trump gave it
yeah,
back to you.
exactly.
Oh, okay, I see. Was those were those like 6 minutes really scary when it was
It was
gone?
like 10 hours and I kind of knew it was coming, so it wasn't like I wasn't like terrified, I wasn't detrimented by it, but I was like, okay, I should figure something else out really fast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I also want to ask you about I guess your like a lot of your stuff really does give out like a very horror fever dream kind of vibe to it. Like an
Indeed.
American dystopia, really kind of vibe to
Oh
it.
yeah.
Not saying Australia's, any better. Maybe right now, but
I'd say right now,
right now,
probably.
I'd say it is better. But I've always been like staunch. Like I'm Argentinian myself, but I've always loved the US. A lot of Australians don't have the best things to say about it, but all our culture comes from you guys. Most of the time.
Yeah.
I want to know what some of your favorite like horror movies were, if you watch horror.
Ooh, I do. Number one horror movie of all time, in my opinion, is called Barbarian.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Have you seen Barbarian?
I haven't seen it, but I know what it is, and I know that it doesn't get enough love.
It does not. You have to go into it completely blind. In my opinion, if you want to watch that movie, figure out if it's on Netflix or whatever. Don't watch a trailer. Click on it and just watch it.
Yeah. No,
It does such a good job of just like misguiding you and having you wondering like what is going on, who's the enemy, what like it's so awesome.
okay. I'll check it out. So it's like a psychological thriller kind of thing.
It's a psychological thriller, and then it's very bizarre. Also, it really touches all bases.
Yeah, I can't. I used to watch like all sorts of crazy like horror movies when I was a kid. Big fan of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all these like
Nice.
crazy ass movies. A lot of them from the US as well. But I went on like a no horror movie diet for about 10 years. And I watched one movie the other day, which kind of reminded me of your video with the male stripper when you like asked this one guy to come in the room. Have you ever seen the movie Creep? If you know what that
I
is.
mean, I know what creep is. I am an avid creep hater. I would die
Whoa!
by this.
Whoa!
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it. I understand that.
Wow, why?
I watched it. Okay, listen. I watched it once when I was like 16, not even, and I don't remember it very well. So really, I should just go back and watch it again. But I remember hating it.
Yeah. Wow. I actually didn't finish it, but I loved it. I just didn't have the I
Oh yeah,
didn't
this is
have,
my favorite horror movie. This is like the one of the best horror movies. But
No, I didn't
yeah, I
say it was I didn't say it was my favorite. Kiid Katze, you're not listening to me. I said
oh,
it was
you're
a
right.
movie.
You said you
I said it
just
was
watched
a
it
movie I
recently.
watched. Yeah, it was the only horror movie I've seen because I want to watch like The Substance and I want to watch all that shit, but I'm not going to, you know, because
Why not?
I'm squeamish now, you know. But I think
That's fair.
I do think it is interesting that those, yeah, your videos have that angle, even though you might not see it. There is that angle to it. I think, oh, you obviously see it. Like you're going into the woods. It's like that's a notorious place for not good
Exactly.
things to happen. But yeah. Okay. Well, just to finish off, thank you for chatting to me for the last like 50 minutes.
Absolutely happy to.
It's super fun. Is there anything you want to plug? I noticed that you do cameos as well. I'm not going to ask you to give me one for free. The Australian dollar's not doing too well, but like,
No, I'll give you a cameo for free right now. What do you want me to say?
that's kind of weird. You're asking me on the spot. Maybe
You
like,
know,
maybe Left Brain, Right Brain podcast is my favorite podcast, and Dan didn't tell me to say that.
okay. Left brain, left. Oh my God, left brain, right. I can't talk. I can't.
What's going
I'm
on?
unable
We've
to
been
speak.
chatting for 50 minutes.
Left brain, right brain podcast is my favorite podcast, best podcast of all time, and no one made me say this at all.
You heard it here first. If you want to save a few bucks, just do a Zoom.
Yep, exactly. No, I actually, so I don't run my Cameo. I mean, I run it. I don't run my Cameo all the time though. I do it one day every once in a while. It is not
Right.
an open thing.
Okay, so where would be best to direct people if they want to check out your stuff or if you want to plug anything?
Check out my Instagram. That's kind of the only place I would say. Kiid Katze, Kiid, and then it's like the first one that shows up. And I'm dropping merch soon, so
I
if
saw some of your
if
merch.
you
It looks awesome.
I appreciate. I've been working pretty hard on it, so it probably won't be out by the time this drops. But keep your eyes peeled for it, I guess.
Well, you heard it here first. Thank you, bro, for the last hour, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day as well.
Easy. All right. Peace, bro.
See you.